division and then the actual slide. You can see the slide, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We have started with S block 2, S block, to which the last electron is the s orbital. Already discussed that s orbital, last electron entering in the s orbital.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it too much break? Because my net is going. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
So we had finished with what is S block elements. Last electron enters with orbital S, and there are two S block elements, 1 and 2. Okay. Accordingly, one elements lithium, potassium, radium.
Ma'am, your voice is still breaking.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this now is it better?
Yes, ma'am.
Try to use headset. Because then I
Ma'am, it's breaking again.
just a minute. Can you hear me now, students? Is the voice better?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now can we start? Let us see. I've changed my place. So group 1 elements: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium, and they are all called as alkaline metals because they react with water to form hydroxide, which is alkaline or basic in nature, we can say. Then we can have group 2 elements: beryllium, magnesium, cesium, strontium, barium, and radium. They are called as alkaline earth metals. The reason is their oxides and hydroxides are alkaline in nature, and their metal oxides are found in the earth crust. So this name is given to them. Okay, and there's a give reason why beryllium is not an alkaline metal, because its oxides and hydroxides are amphoteric in nature rather than alkaline. And we have seen abundance.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you please take Dakshanya inside? She is still waiting in the waiting room.
I'll take. Once I finish the revision, I'll take others.
Okay, ma'am.
So general electronic configuration, as I told you, we have two types of electronic configuration. General electronic configuration is the actual one, full, starting from 1s. So you can write the nearest noble gas and NS1 configuration. So general electronic configuration for group 1 alkali metal is noble gas and NS1. While electronic configuration for alkaline earth metals is noble gas NS2. Okay, and then we had discussed diagonal relationship. Diagonal relationship is observed between the elements of period 2 and period 3, okay, of the periodic table. The reason of this diagonal relationship is similarity in the ionic radii, ionic size. So group 1 elements resemble group 2 elements down the group. That means lithium, which is in group 1, period 2, will show similarity with magnesium, that is in group 2, period 3. And same thing is observed for other members also of 2 periods. So diagonal relationship is generally due to similarity in ionic size. Due to diagonal relationship, these elements will show similarity in properties, not with the same member, same group member, but the neighboring member down the group. So lithium magnesium shows a lot of similarity, beryllium aluminum shows a lot of similarity. Then we had finished with electronic configuration of each individual elements: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. So the electronic configurations, you have to learn it, remember it, or follow above principle. Here I had given you one. D will come before for S while writing the electronic configuration, because after filling, D will have lesser energy than S. So this you remember by writing. S will be filled first, and then electron goes D. And then we had come here. This is what we had finished. Atomic properties of group 1 and group 2 we had started. Characteristic electronic configuration, NS1, NS2. So I'll take to the outermost valence shell. Okay, most of you are correct. The terms you should add is center of the nucleus, outermost valence. Valence means filled shell. There will be all the shells are actually present, but they are not filled. So atomic radii, we can say that distance from the center, the outermost shell. Ionic radii, you have to use the term ion. Distance from the center of the nucleus to the outermost valence shell of an ion. There is another term called as covalent radii. Anyone can tell me its definition? Covalent radii? Yes, atomic radii, ionic radii, metallic radii, and covalent radii. There are different types of radius we discuss. Anyone knows what is covalent radii? Covalent radius.
Covalent radii is the half the distance between two nuclei of a homogeneous atom.
Yes, okay, good. Very good. Covalent radii is half of the distance between the center of the nucleus of two covalently bonded homonuclear atoms, similar atoms. जैसे कि if you have hydrogen H2 का center of the nucleus से half अगर हम लेंगे, that is the covalent radius for hydrogen. Similarly Cl2 अगर हम लेंगे, center of the nucleus of both उसका half जो लेंगे वो covalent radii होगा. Ionic में हम ऐसा नहीं ले सकते हैं, because ionic radii will be different for cation and anion. Cation size will be different, anion size will be different. So for ionic compound, we cannot say half of the distance, because cation will have a different size and anion will have a different size. So the definition is same as that of atomic radii. Okay? So here, why we have not used covalent radii? Because most of these elements don't form covalent compound, except the group period 2 elements. The first lithium है वो covalent compound बनाता है, और बाकी सब ionic ही बनाते हैं. So atomic and ionic radii, what is the trend and property? You've already studied in one of the chapters of your 11th standard. So it will not be very difficult for you. Largest size in a particular period. If you go from left to right, group 1 जो elements है, their size will be the largest in the group. Okay, so it is specified as largest size in a particular period. So we have lithium. Lithium will have largest size. in its second period, and sodium will have large size in its third period. जब आप left to right जाएंगे, sodium की size सबसे ज़्यादा large है. Same is with potassium. So it is said that they have largest size in the particular period. But here also one thing we should remember that we are not talking about the inert gases. Inert gases actually the size will be largest for this group element, but we will not discuss inert gases in this part because there is covalent radius discussed for inert gases. So you should remember in a period they will have the largest size. Down the group size increases. If you go from top to bottom, the main thing is increase in number of shells with increase in number of electron, which dominates. So obviously as you go down the group, you can see here the number of shells are increasing. There is only say 2 shells, then 3, 4 and so on. So down the group it is very clear that there is increase in the size. From lithium to francium, francium will be largest in size. So down the group always there will be size. So largest in a particular period, down the group the size increases. Monovalent ions are smaller than the parent atom. Monovalent ion means when one electron gets removed, so that ion will be smaller than the parent atom. So if you see here, let us say lithium, when Li plus form hoga, so this electron will go away. So its electronic configuration will be only 1s2. Okay, so lithium से obviously वो छोटा ही होगा. Lithium में है 1s2, 2s1. If Li plus is formed, this won't be there, and hence it is 1s2. So the monovalent ions are always smaller in size than the particular atom. Here, a lot of give reasons can be asked in different way, directly as point given, or it can be asked why Li plus is smaller than Li, why Na plus is smaller than Na. You have to specifically, when example is specified, example direct बोला है आपको direct लिखना है. Electronic configuration, one electron is removed and the number of shells decreases. The general पूछा जाता है, you have to say that in group 1, when one electron gets moved, you form N plus ion, and because there is decrease in the number of shell, the size of that particular atom will decrease, and hence monovalent ions are smaller than parent ions. Very common give reason asked from here. Similarly, if you go here, same points cover होते हैं. Atomic and ionic area of alkaline earth metals are smaller than those of alkali. ये point एक different है. Otherwise वही ये largest है, उससे just छोटा होता है group 2. क्यों होगा? Because when we are moving from left to right, that is, we are moving from group 1 to group 2, the number of shells are not increasing. Number of shells remains same. Only the number of electrons are increasing. With increase in number of electron, nuclear charge also increases. Okay, you must have learned this, that there are various factors which decides the radius, number of shell, number of electron, nuclear charge, screening effect. There is no screening effect from left to right. Okay, we'll see this. See, lithium में 1s2, 2s1 है. See the next member period wise, beryllium 1s2, 2s2. तो second shell, दोनों में shell जो है वो second है, second shell, and here also if you see beryllium second shell. Only difference is here you have 2s1 and एक electron है, 1 electron, and here you have 2s2, 2 electrons. Number of electrons are increased. So with increase in number of electron, the nuclear charge increases. There is no screening effect. Okay, and hence the radius will shrink. जैसे nuclear charge बढ़ेगा, radius भी shrink होता है. Okay, यहाँ पे भी same give reasons आ सकते हैं. Okay, about the monovalent ion or divalent ions के बारे में. Okay, down the group obviously size increases. Down the group there is increase in size, as we can see. The number of shells are increasing. So other factors, there is increase in number of electron, there is increase in nuclear charge, there is increase in screening effect, but the dominant factor here is the number of shell. That is the dominant factor, and hence the size increase. Okay, any doubt in this part? Any doubt in this part? So should we go further? But I hope this point is
Yes,
clear.
ma'am.
It is a very important. This question, this part is important. The reason is you have a chapter in your part 1 where the same things are repeated, so chances of coming in exam increases from this part. Okay. Then we have ionization enthalpy. Ionization enthalpy. What is ionization enthalpy? Anyone? Ionization enthalpy?
The amount of energy required to remove one electron from a monoatomic gaseous ion.
Okay. Amount of energy required to remove most loosely bonded, as you told, it is right, most loosely bonded electron from an isolated gaseous ion. Gaseous atom भी बोल सकते हैं, ion भी बोलते हैं, but normally atom बोलना है because reaction शुरू हो रहा है. See, ionization enthalpy ion में भी हो सकता है, atom में भी. But definition में we use term atom. You may see some other reference with ion. So it is an energy which is needed to remove an electron. हमेशा electrons को निकालने के लिए हमें energy देना पड़ता है. So the definition says most loosely bounded electron, because there are so many electrons, we cannot remove all electrons at a time. One electron will be removed, and that one electron is the most loosely bounded one. That will be in the valence shell. Suppose let us say कि third shell है, third shell में 3 electrons present, उस 3 में से कोई एक निकलेगा पहले, जो सबसे loosely bounded होगा. फिर वो निकलने के बाद जो उसके बाद बचा हुआ है, that will be removed. So ionization enthalpy definition should know, because आपके एग्जाम में आ सकता है वो. Ionization enthalpy is the amount of energy required to remove most loosely bounded electron from an isolated gaseous atom. Okay, so we know now what is ionization enthalpy. Energy required to remove an electron. Who will decide this? Yes, atomic radii will decide कि कितना होना चाहिए. If the radius is small, that means electron is very close to nucleus, ionization enthalpy will be high, ज़्यादा energy लगेगी. If the radius is big, the electron is away from the nucleus, then the electron can be easily removed. So because we know atomic and radii का trend, we should know ionization enthalpy. Alkaline metals consider low ionization energy. Size is large. Okay, so the removal of that one electron is very comfortable, very easy. We have lithium, sodium. Sodium is very reactive. Must have seen reaction for sodium in the lab, or the net also. For sodium metal, vigorous reaction होता है. Potassium का reaction is much more vigorous. So alkaline metals have considerably low ionization enthalpy. Because the size is largest, the ionization enthalpy will be very, very low. Easy to remove that electron. But once that one electron is removed, Li plus बन जाता है, Na plus बनता है, उसके बाद क्यों? The octet gets completed. Okay, it is very, very difficult to remove an electron from a stable electronic configuration state, fully filled state, or even half filled state में भी थोड़ा difficult है, but निकलता है. But fully filled state से electron निकलना बहुत ज़्यादा difficult है, बहुत ज़्यादा energy चाहिए. So Na+2 कभी नहीं बनता है, Na+3 कभी भी नहीं बनेगा, because निकल ही नहीं सकता, उतना ज़्यादा energy available नहीं होता है system. Okay, so alkaline metals have low ionization enthalpy, but you should remember that only for one electron. That is first ionization enthalpy. The second ionization enthalpy will be high. To remove the second electron, it will be much, much higher, which is not possible. We have not seen it. I have not seen any 2+ ion ever in a reference or any other books. So that is not possible. Okay. Ionization enthalpy decreases down the group. If you see, down the group क्या हो रहा है? Obviously size बढ़ रहा है. Size is increasing. With increase in size, what is happening? The electrons are moving away from the nucleus. Let us say कि यहाँ पे nucleus है अगर, तो electrons उससे दूर जा रहे हैं. So it is becoming much easy to. Okay. So are you clear with this point? Size अगर ज़्यादा होगा, तो ionization enthalpy कम होता है. ये relation याद है. Firstly proportional. Now alkaline earth metals have considerable low ion. Here also it is low. Okay, but what is the point? And the same point, it decreases down the group as we have discussed here. But first ionization enthalpy of group 2 is higher than group 1. First ionization enthalpy of group 2 is higher than 1. This point is very important. And second ionization enthalpy of group 3 is lesser than 1. यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा important है, ये आपको डिवीजन के फॉर्म में आ सकता है. either as I have given the point, or it can be asked with a give reason. Like I'll tell you, for Na plus, first ionization enthalpy is much lesser compared to Mg plus ion, or Na plus exists but Mg plus does not exist. While Na2 plus do not exist, Mg plus 2 is found, or Mg plus 2 is more easily found in nature, but Mg plus 1 is not found in nature. So this type of questions can be asked from your specific example or this one. So what does this means? First ionization enthalpy of group 2 is higher than group 1. Group 1 में क्या है? Outermost orbital में only one electron. So if that is removed, stable configuration आ जाता है. So its first IP will be lesser. ठीक है? But group 2 में क्या? Group 2 में क्या हो रहा है? Even if you remove one electron, there is no stable configuration. See, group 2 में if I remove one electron, still it is not a stable electronic configuration. Octet complete नहीं होता है, या उसका inert gas configuration नहीं आता. लिथियम का अगर एक इलेक्ट्रॉन निकाल दिया जाएगा, 1s2 हीलियम का कॉन्फ़िगरेशन आता है. सोडियम का 3s1 इलेक्ट्रॉन निकाल दिया जाएगा, नियॉन्स इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन आ जाता है. Na plus ion is more stable. So when one electron is removed, you get a stable configuration. So it is more easy to remove less ionization enthalpy. But if you remove one electron from here, still not a stable configuration. So पहला second निकल ही stable configuration आ रहा है. Second यहाँ पे निकल गई stable आ रहा है. So second ionization enthalpy is found to be low for group elements. ठीक है? Are you clear with this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have still not understood, what you have to do is you have to study ionization enthalpy in the part 1 book. वहाँ से आपको एक बार read करना है, और and then if you have still doubt, you can ask me later on, because this point is very very important. Right? You need to understand it very clearly. Next is hydration enthalpy. Among atomic properties, your syllabus hydration enthalpy is discussed. So hydration enthalpy क्या होता है?
Ma'am, the amount of energy released when 1 mole of gaseous atom is dissolved in water.
1 mole of dissolved in amount of energy released when 1 mole of gaseous atom is dissolved in water. Dissolved नहीं पूरी तरीके से बोल सकते, yes, you are almost correct. Solution के बाद dissolve होता है. There are three things. Good. I was expecting कि किसी को शायद पता है नहीं है, but yes, some of you know the answer, hydration enthalpy. So there's a picture which gives you an idea what is this hydration, lattice and solvation. Why I included solvation? Because it become more clear. अगर आप ये तीनों चीज साथ में करते हैं, आपको ज्यादा इजीली समझ में आ जाता है क्या है ये एक्चुअली. So you already know lattice energy. Energy released when 1 mole of ion is brought together from infinity, or energy required. इसका एक और definition है. Energy required when 1 mole of ion is broken. Two definition, the gaseous phase. Okay. Energy released when 1 mole of ion is brought. बनता है when NaCl ion is being formed. NaCl जब बनता है, जो एनर्जी रिलीज हुआ उसको लैटिस. उसका रिवर्स डेफिनेशन क्या होगा? एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड व्हेन 1 मोल ऑफ NaCl ion is broken. तो ब्रेक करने के लिए जो एनर्जी लगा. सो इसकी हाइड्रेशन एंथैल्पी क्या हो रहा है? इसमें भी एनर्जी रिलीज बोला गया. एनर्जी रिलीज व्हेन 1 मोल ऑफ आयन अंडरगोज हाइड्रेशन. हाइड्रेशन मींस क्या? the ion, NaCl break हो गया, NaCl has got separated, Na got surrounded with water molecule, Cl got surrounded with water molecule. This happens, and after that the dissolution, dissolve part होता है. ठीक है? तो ये इस सिचुएशन को हाइड्रेशन. Okay, so N is plus charge, Na is plus charge. Please close your mic if it is थोड़ा disturbance आ जा रहा है. अगर किसी का mic open है, off कीजिए. तो Here I was telling that Na plus ion because plus charge है, so we know that water molecule is polar. So H will have partial plus charge, O will have partial minus charge. So O oxygen इसके चारों तरफ surround कर लेते हैं. This is what is called as hydration. Na के चारों तरफ water molecule आके arrange कर देते हैं. Same Cl also around Cl water molecule will come and just arrange themselves. This is what is called as hydration. And Cl is minus, so H plus partial plus charge है, उसकी वजह से होता है. The reason is water molecule is polar. Bond is covalent, but partial plus minus charges develop हो जाते हैं. And as a result, you get this thing happens. This is called as hydration. Once this thing happens, then solvation happens. The next step is solvation. तो क्या है ये? These two things happen simultaneously. दोनों साथ में होते हैं. The energy released during hydration is the energy required to break this bond. So that should always, when dissolution happens, solvation happens, hydration energy should be larger than lattice energy. Okay, are you getting it? ये दोनों simultaneously होता है. यहाँ पे जो energy release होगा, वो energy लगता है इस bond को break करने की. और जैसे जैसे ये break होते जाएंगे, वैसे वैसे hydration बढ़ते जाएगा, फिर energy release होगा, फिर ये form break होते जाएगा. ये continuous होगा. बहुत सारे ions इस form में आ जाएंगे, and then we say solvation has taken finally. Dissolution has taken. So smaller the ion, hydration takes better. Yeah, I'll just show you. Next slide. What does the hydration enthalpy is gone by amount of attraction between the ions and water. More the attraction, more will be the hydration. Okay, hydration does not mean dissolution. Hydration means just getting surrounded with water molecule. The attraction are stronger the smaller the ion. जितना छोटा होगा आयन उतना ज्यादा अट्रैक्शन स्ट्रॉन्गर होता है, उतना ज्यादा हाइड्रेशन होगा, उतना ज्यादा एनर्जी रिलीज होगा. Okay, so this is what you need to remember. Hydration enthalpy will be more for smaller ion. More the charge, more the hydration. That is also more the charge, more the hydration. So if you see, are you clear? Little bit idea आ गया hydration क्या होता है, hydration enthalpy क्या होता है. Have at least a rough idea. It may not be asked in your exam what is hydration enthalpy. It is not a part of our chapter. What is the definition? Neither it is there clearly in your syllabus, but then you should know. So hydration enthalpy is the energy released when hydration happens. That is, the molecules come and just surround themselves in the crystal lattice form. I'll show you this because they have a formula later. See, hydration enthalpy of alkali metal ion decreases with increase in size. So as I told you, size अगर small होगा, better hydration होगा. So hydration energy will decrease. कम energy release होगा. कम hydration होगा, कम energy size बढ़ेगा. So lithium gets maximum hydrated. What does it mean? कि lithium के सारे salts hydrated होते हैं. They will exist as Li dot Cl, LiCl dot some H2O molecules. They will have water of crystallization in their crystalline form, in the salt form. समझ में? इसलिए मैं कह रही हूँ कि dissolution को include नहीं करना है हमको यहाँ. Okay. So lithium salts will have maximum water of crystal. Lithium chloride, lithium bromide and all, they will have with dot H2O molecules रहेंगे. So lithium salts are found to be more hydrated. Sodium में ऐसा नहीं. See, we have NaCl. NaCl dot H2O नहीं होता है. If you take NaCl and you keep in moisture या water droplet, वो पूरा liquefy हो जाता है. ठीक है, उसका hydration enthalpy उतना ज्यादा, वो उतना ज्यादा hydrate नहीं होता. Hydrate means solid form में रहने के साथ water molecule होना चाहिए. If you see here, hydration energy of alkali metal, earth metal decreases with increase in ionic size. Same way, so Be will have highest hydration enthalpy in the group +2. But charge के साथ भी hydration बढ़ता है. So if you compare group 1 and group 2 elements are more hydrated. So even magnesium is found in hydrated form, calcium is found in hydrated form. ठीक है, ये सब hydrated form में बहुत easily मिल जाता है. यहाँ पे lithium बहुत ज्यादा मिलता है, सोडियम के बाद पोटेशियम भी उतना नहीं मिलता. Okay, so they are found to be more hydrated. The reason is going from left to right, the size decreases and the charge also increases. Are you clear? Group 2 salts are more hydrated than group 1 salts. ठीक है? Is it becoming little complicated for you all? Are you understanding?
No, ma'am, it's clear.
Clear, no? ठीक है. Still, if you have doubt, you can ask me later on. But simplest form में ये बात याद रखिए. Small size, more hydration. More charge, more hydration. What is hydration enthalpy or hydration energy? Energy released for surrounding water molecule. Energy released water molecule in the atom. And this is not the dissolution. पानी नहीं बनना है, solution नहीं बनना है, salt form नहीं रहता है. ठीक है. So and group 1 elements will get less hydrated than group 2 elements because group का size भी छोटा होता है, उनका charge भी ज़्यादा होता है. So this is atomic properties. We'll quickly try to finish physical properties also. There is no much to discuss here. Few points are there. Physical laws of group 1 and group 2. Again, I've taken it together so that you can compare it. Silvery white, soft, light metal. Most of you have seen sodium, but you must have not seen it to be very shiny. If you cut the sodium metal, inside it looks shiny, but outside there is a coating because of kerosene. We keep it in kerosene, and because of the interaction with air, it becomes a slightly dull color. But actually, they are silverish white. If you cut them and you see them, they're shiny. They're soft. They are not very hard or rough. Generally, the concept of metal is very hard, but it is not so. So we should know the reason why they are soft, why they are light. Okay. Same way, alkaline earth metals, silvery white, lustrous. They are also shiny and lustrous. They are soft but harder than this metal. Again, you should know the reason why they are harder. Okay. So this is one point. Low density within. Anyone can tell me why they are soft, why they are lighter, and why they are this elements though being soft but harder than this? क्या लगता है आपको reason क्या होगा इसका? Reason of group 1 elements being soft, light, and reason of group 2 elements also being soft, but then they are much harder than group 1 comparison. क्या reason हो सकता है? Should I answer?
Force of attraction.
Yes. Force of attraction is one of the important factors. We can very clearly understand. आप अगर स्पॉन्ज लेते हो, आप पुश करते हो तो वो इजीली सप्रेस हो जाता है, बट आप रॉक लेके दबाओगे तो नहीं होगा. और if you take an eraser and try to press it, it is spongy and soft. उसमें pores होते हैं, pores जैसा रहता है, तो आप प्रेस कर पाते हो इजीली, but that is not possible with a brick. तो भी pores होते हैं, but that the bond is very strong. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? So there is only one electron in the valence shell. Metallic bond है यहाँ पे भी metallic bond है. But only one electron is involved in forming that metallic bond. And there are two electrons involved in forming. This, compared to this metals, alkaline metals will have a more stronger metallic bond. But then, because बहुत सारा gap है, if you see their shells, मतलब down the road, बहुत ज़्यादा space available है अंदर में, इसलिए they are light. They are not heavy. They are not very dense. भरा हुआ नहीं है. अगर आप एक सोडियम लेते हो उसके पास मेटलिक स्ट्रक्चर में कैसा होता है? सोडियम, मेनी सोडियम आयंस आर टुगेदर एंड देन देयर आर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फ्लोटिंग इन द सीवी से. मेटल स्ट्रक्चर कैसा होता है? How if we try to imagine a structure of a metal, how it is, the ions, positively charged ions are present, lot of positively charged ions are present, and electrons are just floating around. This metallic bonds are not very rigid. तो उसमें क्या होता है? सोडियम आयन का साइज बहुत बड़ा है, so lot of gaps are there, so lightweight, and the bonds are very flexible, so they are soft. जब हम यहाँ जाते हैं, number of electron increases, तो comparison में they are harder. Okay, so it is the bond involved is metallic bond, but it is much lighter. Let us say the attraction is much lesser. If you just compare aluminium बहुत ज़्यादा hard हो जाता है. Just 3 electrons available होने से, 1 electron, 2 electron, and aluminium में 3rd electron, and बहुत ज़्यादा hard metal बनता है. That is the reason. Low density also same reason है. Density is mass by volume. So because of big size, density will be low. I have put a question mark because your textbook has not given anything yet. But then the point remains same. The density will be lower because it is mass by volume. And when you compare here, there will be little higher density compared to mass भी बढ़ जाता है उसमें, वॉल्यूम थोड़ा सा उसका फिक्स है, सीधे सेकंड शेल में ही इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जा रहे हैं. तो टेक्स्ट बुक में नहीं दिया है, सो आई एम नॉट गिवन इट टू यू आल्सो, बट यू शुड रिमेंबर बोथ हैव लो डेंसिटीज. कंपैरिजन में इसका डेंसिटी हायर रहेगा बिकॉज द नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन density is mass by volume. Potassium, here there is an exception. Potassium is lighter than sodium. The exceptional behavior which has been observed. Okay, then low melting and boiling point. Melting and boiling point are higher than corresponding as higher. Low melting boiling point. Melting boiling point कौन decide करता है? Yes, anyone?
Force of attraction
Melting?
between the particles.
Yes, correct. Same. Again, force of attraction. See, everything is related to electron size or force of attraction. When water boils, like you have all seen water boiling. When water boils, when milk boils, okay, क्या होता है? You see the particles coming out of the vessel. Particles coming out of the gun. Particularly, if you see milk, देख पाते हो कि when milk start boiling, some bubbles आते हैं, and then the quantity seems to be increasing. The particles start pushing each other. Each of the particles starts gaining energy and they overcome the force of attraction. So here there are the point says is low melting and low boil. That means उनको उतना energy नहीं चाहिए. As usual, force of attraction is low, so with little amount of energy, the metallic bond will break and the particles will fall apart, and hence they have low melting. But यहाँ पे comparison पे the number of electron increases, the force of attraction increases, metallic bond become more stronger compared to alkaline metals, and hence यहाँ पे melting boiling point little higher हो जाएगा compared to one. But as such, their melting boiling points are low only compared to other metals of D block or down. Okay, like aluminum, other pattern, yeah, iron. ठीक है, so the reasons you should know. See, Tesla does not give reasons कि क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है. You should know. Most of these points का reason वही है, electron and weak metallic bonds. One electron, weak metallic bond. Alkali metal and the salts impart characteristic color to the flame. Okay, this is another important point. You go to lab, we will be doing experiment. It's a very important test called as flame test, where you see colors of the flame. The salt, metal as well as their salts give color. Here also they give color in the oxidized flame. Pe and Mg do not give color. There is a reason for it. We'll see it. So how does this happen? Color कैसे आता है flame? आप जैसे ही salt को लेते हैं and you put it in the flame, you will get different colors. I have a picture. See, lithium will show this color. Sodium, potassium. You will be seeing calcium, strontium, barium. सब आप lab में करेंगे. आप copper का flame भी देख पाएंगे. This 3-4 salts are there in your syllabus: calcium, strontium, barium, and copper salts. So you all will be observing this type of flame when you will do practicals. So what do you think is the reason? Flame को ये color कैसे देते? Yes. But how do we see colors? Colors का concept क्या है? Our nature we see colors. कोई concept यहाँ पे?
Wavelengths.
Yes. Wavelength,
Light from
visible
different
region.
wavelengths.
Yes, visible region. We are able to see colors or different colors in visible region. Okay. So atomic structure chapter हुआ उसमें कुछ दिया हुआ इस बारे में. I was expecting some answer from your side. Why do we see different colors? So we know that salts have electron here and loosely bounded. 2 electrons loosely bounded. So जैसे आप उसको flame में रखेंगे salt को, that one electron will get excited. So that one electron does not need a lot of energy. Okay, so with the little amount of energy which we are providing through the oxidized flame is enough for that single electron to get excited and go to higher level. Goes to the higher level, and we know that it will not stay there for a longer time. It uses some energy to go to higher level. It comes back. When it comes back, it radiates in the visible region and corresponding color. So the reason is loosely bounded electron getting excited, going to higher energy level and coming back to its original level. While coming back, it radiates energy. That energy falls in the visible region, and hence we can see the corresponding color. Same is with this alkaline earth metals also. Push 1 or 2 electron, whatever are in the outermost shell, they get excited, they go to higher energy level and they come back. So excitation of electron. That means this single electron, it's so less amount of energy that can go to higher level and come back. So flame में ये observe कर सके. Pe and Mg do not give color because they don't form ionic compound actually. Rather covalent compounds बनाते हैं हम लोग. The bond is ionic but the characters are covalent. They tend to have covalent characters more, and hence the salt will not easily give the flame. उनको excite करने के लिए आपको ज़्यादा energy देना पड़ेगा. That is not available in the kitchen. इसलिए वो नहीं दे पाते. Okay. Same way, if you see the next one, this element absorb light and even the normal light है, उसमें भी this electrons can be lost, and that is why cesium and potassium are used as electrodes in photoelectric cells. Photoelectric cells use photons, or let us say light, for excitation, movement of electrons, and hence we can understand from this how loose these electrons are held by the metal. Flame, by normal oxidized flame, or by just exposing them to light, the electrons can get excited and can be used for various purposes. Okay, even alkaline metals also can show electrical as well as thermal. Thermal means this, and electrical means this conductance. Okay, so are you clear with this point? Flame test. What is flame test? आ सकता है in your exam. Flame test, how it is done can be asked. Okay, and the question can be asked why they show characteristic color. Characteristic color क्यों बोला गया है? Because it is very specific. If I want to know that my salt is barium, I will get this color. If I want to know my salt is copper, I get this greenish color. If I take a salt and put it in the flame, I get this color. That means I have a copper ion. If I get this crimson color थोड़ा pinkish red होता है, pinkish red color. So strontium है, brick red. Brick means orangish red. So if I see orangish red, I'm sure it is calcium. So that is a characteristic. मतलब अगर आपको ये color आ गया, you are sure that this is the ion. 90% sure हो जाता. So flame test or characteristic color means specifically you see particular ion. So color. Yeah, are you clear? Are you clear with the flame test, or why the salts give color?
Can I explain it once again? Flame test, why it happened?
Flame test happens because of the valence electron. Remember, always electrons get excited by absorbing energy. They can absorb in different regions depending upon whatever is available and उनको कितना energy चाहिए. So alkali metals में the electrons in both these cases, the electrons are loosely held, and they need very less energy to go to the next level. जैसे कि 2s के ऊपर क्या है, 2p है, तो उसमें जा सकते हैं. They can go to 2p and they can come back. So when an electron gets energy, it goes to the next level, next higher level, but it can't stay. It is a forbidden situation for them. लेकिन energy मिल गया, चलो जाते हैं, ऐसा वाला situation है, चले जाते हैं. But then they have to constantly have that energy, which is not available. So they have to come back to their original state. फिर से आना पड़ता है. When they are coming back, जो excess energy है वो electron फिर रख नहीं सकता, because lower level में energy कम चाहिए होता है उसको. So it will lose that energy. Lose करता है, the amount of energy that is being lost, that corresponds to some wavelength. हर एक wavelength visible region में light color देता है. So whenever an electron absorbs in the visible region or absorbs in any region, we can say, हमारे केस में विजिबल हो रहा है क्योंकि हम ऑक्सीडाइज्ड फ्लेम दे रहे हैं और विजिबल रीजन में इतना ही फ्लेम दे रहे हैं, हम ज्यादा हीट नहीं दे रहे. But if any electron absorbs in any other region also, when it comes back to the ground state or its original state, when it is losing the energy, if that energy falls in the visible region, the colors will be seen, because visible region का जो band है, it is a colored band. अगर वो energy lose करता है, वो IR region का wavelength में fall कर रहा है या infrared, तो हमको वो ये colors नहीं दिखाई देंगे. UV region में सिर्फ अलग कलर दिखते हैं, हमारे वाले कलर हम. Suppose if there are salts which are white in color and they don't give any flame test any color, that means the electron is not absorbing in our normal conditions. They need more energy. Okay, so electrons get excited by absorbing heat energy from the flame. They go to the higher energy state, but while coming back to the ground state or by coming back to the original state, they lose energy, they radiate energy in the visible region. When they radiate energy in the visible region, it is called as the corresponding color will be the characteristic for that. Okay, for both. Same is अगर आप light देते हो, electrons, photons देते हो, photons bombard करते हो metal के surface पे, तो भी electron release होता है, and that is using photoelectric cells, the cells which are used to generate electricity energy. तो यहाँ पे photoelectric में in presence of sunlight, in presence of other forms of light, we can generate electricity. ठीक है? I hope it is clear.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
ठीक है. Once you will come to lab, mostly we will be having practicals as we get the permission, and then when you see this flame test with your own eyes, you will actually understand it in a better manner. Normally क्या होता है, इतने टाइम तक we have already done it, so it become more clear for the student. So we will be doing flame test, and definitely at that time you will understand it more better. You will feel very nice and excited. So I think we will stop here. It is 8:55 now. We will stop here, and I will take your attendance. Okay. So I'll be starting today with C section. Before I close, I want to tell you that you people have to submit your journal. ठीक है? Sangeeta ma'am has told to submit your journal on 20th. Cover it. Index should be complete. The front page, that is called a certificate page, should also be complete. Whatever information you have, your roll number, your class, and whatever things you have, it should be complete. Only readings wala part should be blank. Index has to be completed. You have to write the name of the salt. Suppose copper sulfate आपने लिखा है, CuSO4 लिखा है. Right? Keep the dates blank. Whenever we'll be doing, we'll put the dates. Okay, so you need to
Okay,
submit.
ma'am.
And project, no talking about project. Project will be told to you. We have to finish with 12th standard, and then information will be given to you. Right now, only for journal.
Ma'am,
you have
so
to-
the date of experiment
So,
and the date
we'll
of
be start-
writing should be not written in the journal, right?
It will be different. Date of experiment and date of writing will be not written. आप जिस दिन experiment करेंगे, उसी दिन date of
Okay,
writing
ma'am.
भी डाल देंगे. Same day we can put. Okay, fine. So that, but index should be complete. You have to submit your journal in the school with covered journal. At the top, your roll number and everything should be written properly. Okay. So
मैम वो
now I
सर्टिफिकेट
am
में भी
taking
एक डेट होती है, वो
11th
भी
C
नहीं
आज
लिखनी
लेते
है
हैं
क्या?
पहले. तो 11th C का
मैम वो
क्या डेट?
सर्टिफिकेट में नीचे एक डेट पूछते हैं, लाइक किस दिन भरा है, तो वो भी
हाँ,
नहीं
नहीं
लिखनी है.
नहीं, आपको दैट इज सर्टिफिकेशन डे जो होता है, आपको उस दिन आपको डेट लिखना होता है.
Okay,
We'll
ma'am.
tell you that today we are certifying your journal. You can put the date on that. ठीक है? So 11th C we are starting. As soon as you give your attendance, you can leave. Okay? And tomorrow's timing I'll tell you. मैसेज कर देंगे आपको. ठीक है? So roll number 1, 11th C. Roll number 1, 2,
Present, ma'am.
3,
Present, ma'am.
4,
Present, ma'am.
11th C, 4, 5,
Present, ma'am.
6,
Present, ma'am.
7,
Present, ma'am.
8,
Present, ma'am.
9,
Present, ma'am.
9, 10, 10, 11,
Present, ma'am.
12,
Present, ma'am.
12,
Present,
13,
Present, ma'am.
14,
Present,
15,
ma'am.
16,
Present, ma'am.
17, 18,
Present, ma'am.
19,
Present, ma'am.
20,
Present, ma'am.
11, C, 20, 21,
Present, ma'am.
22,
Present, ma'am.
23,
Present, ma'am.
24,
Present, ma'am.
25, 26, 27, 28,
Present, ma'am.